Ladies and gentlemen, we talk to him every Wednesday on the show. Cody, wait till you hear this.
Yeah,
buddy.
check this out.
Now you're legit. Whoa.
Was John Candy going to be Superman? Where did the phrase break a leg come from? And did a guy really have his wiener out in the final scene of the movie Teen Wolf? Let's find out. Please welcome from the Cody Tucker Show on YouTube, here's Cody Tucker on the Mike Calta Show.
I like that. Now you're official. You got your own intro.
I appreciate it, man.
What's happening, Cody? Live from Texas. You can find him on Instagram at the Cody Tucker Show. Also on YouTube, the same. I don't know why. I don't know if you've seen an uptick on Thursday mornings as far as followers go, but it seems like after the show, for some reason, I spend the day answering people's emails. What's that guy's Instagram? Yeah, it's Cody Tucker. You can find him at the Cody Tucker Show. What do you have coming up? Well, what do you have for us this weekend?
So I got a couple of rock and roll stories.
Okay.
Ooh, all right.
So first one, in 1975, Iggy Pop was put into a mental institution while he was going through a massive cocaine addiction. So while he's in the institution, two of his friends decided that they should pay him a visit because most likely he would be running low on drugs. So his two friends showed up wearing spacesuits and were somehow able to get into the facility. They got in, went to his room, and just did a bunch of drugs with Iggy Pop.
In rehab.
In rehab. Well, in a mental institution.
In a mental institution, dressed as spacemen.
Yes. Now, the reason that those two were able to enter the facility is because the nurses were pretty starstruck. The reason they were so starstruck is because those two friends were Dennis Hopper and David Bowie.
That's
that makes a little bit more sense. That's funny.
Yeah. And then let's see. So after the Beatles released Yellow Submarine, they planned on releasing an album called Everest. And for that album cover, they were planning on flying out to Nepal and taking a band photo at the base of Mount Everest.
Wow.
Now, Paul McCartney did not want to do this at all. Said this is going to be a waste of time. I don't care about going. So he suggested that they just go outside, take a picture outside of the studio, which they did. That now iconic album cover was named after the street they were crossing, Abbey Road.
Genius.
That's interesting. I wonder why you didn't want to go.
Too cold, long trip.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's part of I don't want to go to Mount Everest, but if I went there as a Beatle where I got people flying me and dropping me off and taking care of me, I'd be all right there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think I'd go anywhere if I was going on a private jet.
Yeah.
I'd go to Cleveland.
I don't know, Cody. I'm going to be honest with you. Have you never been on a private jet?
No.
It's not that great.
Not.
But you know what? We're big guys. And as a big guy, I feel I get very claustrophobic on them because you're only looking at like 6-8 seats.
Ooh, yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's great when you're like I went to Fort Lauderdale in a private jet, and it shoots you straight up in the air. Like it usually take a climb. This is no climb. It shoot you straight up, and then you're like, "This is awesome." And then next thing you know, we're cleared to land. You have no idea. It just goes so fast. So also, I was in that private jet with a bunch of strippers, and that was actually really fun.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think being locked in a tight space with a bunch of strippers is nothing to complain about.
Well, then I went on a yacht with them, and it was guys who owned a big company, and they had a big yacht, and they had airplanes, and they were staying down in Fort Lauderdale, and they were like, "Come down to Fort Lauderdale and bring a bunch of whores with you." So we did that, and we went down and we brought the whores, and we went out on their big yacht. And while we were out there, I got seasick. All these girls are all drunk and riding jet skis and having a great time.
Yeah.
I'm in the little bed thing, just sitting there turning green the whole time. So that kind of sucked a little bit too.
Yeah, sounds like a family reunion. That's
What does a guy like you? What does a guy like you do on the weekends? What are you doing in Texas this weekend?
Oh man, I really don't do a whole lot.
Yeah,
I just kind of just stay to myself, watch movies, play a little guitar here and there.
What is your favorite movie?
A Jurassic Park, hands down.
Really, the dinosaur movie?
Love it. Seen it over 500 times.
Oh man!
Yeah,
Why-
which that could be the autism kicking in a little bit. But,
Why is it that you're so attracted to Jurassic? Like, I don't care. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, what is it about the
sounds like
Jurassic
you're
Park?
judging him.
No.
but you can judge. I mean,
No.
it's a
Here's
fair-
why. I'll tell you, because Cody seems like a very well-rounded, smart guy, and that I was expecting him to say a movie that I was like, really? That boring movie is the one you like? But then instead he goes with blockbuster hit Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of boring anything.
Yeah.
I like dinosaurs. I like Jeff Goldblum. So
Yeah.
you put those two together.
Yeah.
Hell of a combo.
I guess so. You're hilarious. What do you got coming up on the Cody Tucker Show?
So I just did an episode with Clifton Collins Jr.
Great
I don't know
guy.
if you remember.
He's a great guy, great actor.
Yeah, and then just got a few more scheduled that'll be coming out, of course, with the old adult film stars as always. But
Clifton Collins Jr., great childhood friend of Slash.
was he really?
Oh yeah. He
you
and
just
Slash
taught
are-
Cody something.
He and Slash are very good friends, and he's a good actor. You see him; he plays kind of the same character in the movies, but he does a good job. Like, he's a good actor.
Oh, he's incredible. Like
Yeah.
Capote. I don't know if you ever watched Capote, but I mean, he is amazing in that movie.
He also is in a movie called Sunshine Cleaning Club, I think, about two sisters who start a business that
Cleaners.
cleaners, but they clean like murder scenes and stuff. He's in that movie too. Yeah, he's
He
a
was
good dude.
he was on Westworld for a little while
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been in a ton of different things.
Yeah, long time friend of Slash's. I know that for sure. All right,
Yeah.
Cody. Well, it's good talking to you. We like to check in with you every Thursday, get a little bit of knowledge. Like when you do the stuff, Cody, about like you're like in 18th century England. That's why I didn't expect Jurassic Park. I thought you were going to be like, oh no, I'm a big fan of whatever movie. You know.
What about what about the sequels?
Apocalypse Now would be a close second.
Okay.
I guess if that counts as like kind of a artsy. I mean, it's sort of an artsy movie, but
Gio has a good question. What about the Jurassic Park sequels? Rank them
Hate
in
'em.
order. Hate them all.
hate every. Well, actually, the third one's not terrible. With Bill Macy and Taylor Leone.
Oh, I like that when they go back to the island.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good
Rescue
one.
The kid. That
Yeah.
one's not that bad. But I'll tell you, man, those other ones are some of the worst movies ever made.
I just noticed over your right shoulder there's a Jurassic Park movie poster there. I did not
The
see that.
license plate.
Have you been to Universal Studios here?
No.
Oh, come on, Cody. You're missing out.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Am I?
We'll get you a private jet. We'll fly you up.
I was going to say, if I had a
All
private
right.
jet, I would send it to you.
Yeah, give me a bowl full of Xanax.
Have you ever been here to Florida?
Yeah. I went to Disney World a few times as a kid.
Yeah.
And then we used to go to Sanibel Island every summer
Oh,
for
yeah.
vacation.
Okay. That's the
Yeah.
most boring place. on
Tampa
earth.
a few times, like Busch Gardens.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I met Marilyn Manson at Busch Gardens.
Did
when
you
I was a
really?
little kid.
Just
Yeah,
randomly
yeah.
walking around?
Yeah, he was there with like about 7 security guards, and
What?
this girl in line was telling my mom like, "Oh, Marilyn Manson's here," and I was like, "Oh, we got to find him." ran around the whole place and we ended up finding him.
Want to hear a funny story about Marilyn Manson?
Oh, yeah.
When in the height of his success, he came here to do a show, and I went to the show with Macho Man Randy Savage. Remember him, the wrestler? And it was me and my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, Randy Savage and his girlfriend, and a couple other stragglers. And we went to the show, and we waited backstage, and we were in an office that my brother used to work at when the Tampa Bay Storm, the arena football team, played in the Amalie Arena. And we're waiting, and we're just standing there. There's no record people. There's nothing going on. And we're like, what's going on? So I go, this was my brother's office. If you go around the corner here, there's locker rooms. And I went around the corner, and there was Marilyn Manson in the dark, sitting in a chair, just staring straight ahead. He'd been there the whole time we were in the room right next door to him. And it scared the living crap out of me. And then we talked to him, and he was super nice, and he was cool to my wife. I remember my wife was, because everybody was like, hey, I'm from the radio station, and Randy was like, I'm Randy Savage, and he was, and then my wife's like, I'm just me, and he was super nice to my wife. And then this is not even the best. The best part is Randy Savage took the picture of Marilyn Manson and I on a disposable camera. And 2 days later, he called me, and he was like, hey, and I go, hey, and he goes, I get some bad news, and I go, okay, what is it? And he goes, I got the pictures back. your picture didn't come out. And I go, oh, okay. And he goes, is it? And I go, well, yeah, I guess it is. And he goes, that'd be kind of a good one to have. And I go, okay, I don't know if you want me to cry about it or not, but yes, I'm very disappointed. I did not get my picture of Marilyn Manson, but I did have a spooky experience with him. I did not get to ride any roller coasters with him, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's really all you can ask for. Good spooky experience.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Cody Tucker, it's good to talk to you. We'll check in with you again next week.
Thanks, man.
All right,
See you then.
See you, man.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's good.
I just think he's just a fun kid.